Chevy dealers. It'll be Jordy Mercer to lead it off at short. Starling Marte in center field. Andrew McCutchen in right field with Gregory Polanco in left. Freeze at third base with Cervelli doing the catching. Josh Harrison at second base. Josh Bell at first. And Adam Frazier is the designated hitter and batting ninth against the Sox starter, presented by your New England Audi dealers. Chris Sale, by the way, has never lost in his career in his first start of a season. He's 5-0 with an ERA of 2.08.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, and it's Pablo Sandoval at third base, Xander Bogaerts the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Mitch Moreland the first baseman. Left to right, Andrew Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr. and Chris Young, and Sandy Leon doing the catching for Chris Sale.
Umpires are brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. That's Paul Nart behind the plate. Chris Guccione at first, Carlos Torres at second. Dana DeMuth makes the calls at third base. And where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit Compra2Toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Cold one. Cloudy. Rain on the way tomorrow. There've already been a couple of games postponed in the Midwest. In Chicago, the White Sox game has been rained out. The Cubs and Cardinals have been rained out in St. Louis. That's the weather coming this way, scheduled to hit sometime in the early part of the day tomorrow.
And I'll tell you what, this is the coldest weather the Red Sox have played in since breaking camp down in Florida, where it was in the 80s. Little different here tonight.
The one thing that Red Sox fans are going to love about Sale, right away you're going to notice he works quickly. Gets the ball, he throws it. Mercer in, and a lefty's first one. In there for strike one in 96, and we are underway. Chris 6'6", about 180 pounds. And is 28 years old. Born in Lakeland, Florida.
Our first two fastballs 96, second fastball 97.
Red Sox acquiring the prize lefty in December, a trade for 4 minor leaguers. And getting one of the best in the business. The 0-2 to Mercer. Flared foul.
One thing you'll notice about Sale throughout the course of the season, he is not afraid to come inside against both right-handed hitters and left-handed hitters. He creates a lot of plate for himself.
Is nicknamed the Condor. 0-2. And the breaking ball missed.
That's a slider right there from Sale. The fastball, slider, changeup combination.
Dave Dombrowski making that major deal to get a guy since 2012 with the lowest ERA in the American League. Bogaerts snatches that one, and that's out number 1. Pitchers tonight are allowed to blow on the hand on the mound. Next man in will be Starling Marte.
That actually ended up being a very close play at first base. Mercer really got down the line in a hurry, and the throw from Bogaerts just about beat him at first base. Xander's all bundled up. And you can see the throw and a very close play.
Marte on opening day was 0 for 4 as Rick Porcello picked up the win. Marte 311, 9 home runs last year. Rick Porcello picked up his Cy Young Award tonight in pregame festivities. Mitch Moreland got his Gold Glove that he won with Texas last year, the Silver Slugger for Xander Bogaerts. That one is punch foul. So a lot of hardware on that field right before the game. Dustin Pedroia also Defensive Player of the Year. And the gold for Moreland, that's number 1 for him. Silver Slugger number 2 for Xander, and Rick Porcello his first Cy Young Award. and got a huge ovation for that.
All things everybody should have in their den, you know?
A trophy case.
Yeah.
One of each. Now Pedroia with 4 Gold Gloves in his career. Silver Slugger goes to the top offensive player at his position. So another one for Xander. And a 1-2. Even up on Marte. McCutchen on deck.
That was a changeup that time from Sale. 89 miles an hour on the changeup.
Swing and a miss, and down he goes, strike 3, and Sale has his first strikeout in a Red Sox uniform.
Yeah, you'll see, you know, a lot of times it's not the powering fastball that gets the strikeouts for Sale. It's this nasty slider. I mean, when a guy's throwing 96, 97, 98, you got to be thinking about the fastball. Then he drops that on you. A back leg breaking ball right there, and that is very difficult to make contact on.
2 down, McCutchen next. 0 for 4 on opening day, and he whiffed 3 times. His history with Chris Sale goes all the way back to high school. The teams played against each other in the Lakeland, Florida area. Pounding ball foul. And in one encounter, McCutchen got Sale for a 440-foot home run. Chris was only about 5'8" as a freshman in high school, about 105 pounds, but a couple of serious growth spurts after that.
Yeah, he stretched out a little bit, didn't he?
A bit. Just about screwed McCutchen into the ground on that slider, and the count 1-2.
Now, by the way, this is the first time that Sale has ever faced a Pirate team.
Looking for back-to-back strikeouts. Fouled back at a big cut. That one 97.
And again, the ability to throw the ball inside. That's exactly what Sale did there to tie up McCutchen. And fortunately for McCutchen, he gets the foul ball. But you'll see the location of this fastball in on the hands.
Base is empty, 2 down, a 1-2. Fly to center field. Jackie Bradley right there. And Chris Sale is going to cruise in his first inning. In the Red Sox rotation, he gets him 1. Pirates. Jameson Taillon is the right-hander. Will go for the Bucks tonight. 5-4 last year. 3.38 ERA. It'll be Pedroia, Benintendi, and Bogarts to test him. He's 25 years old. Pedroia 1 for 4 on Monday and scored a run. Mookie Betts out of the lineup, a scratch because of the flu bug that struck the Sox near the end of spring training and still knocking guys out. Check swing foul, even a count of 1-1.
You're exactly right, Dave. You know, it started about a week and a half before the club broke for to head up north, and it seems like every day there's 2 or 3 guys that they've got to send home, get them away from everybody else. But this flu bug has really hit hard.
Garrett will have more on that in just a bit. Here comes the 1-1. Taillon made his long-awaited major league debut last year. So look at our cold hard facts, brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Dustin Pedroia tonight playing at his 1400th career game. And among the many honors, the most valuable player in 08 and 4 Gold Gloves. 2-2.
And basically the 3 pitches you'll see from Taillon tonight will be the fastball, the curveball, that last pitch, the curveball at 81, and the changeup.
And his 2-2 to Pedroia. That missed badly. Taillon getting on top of a big league hill last year for the first time 6 years after they drafted him number 2 overall out of high school. He missed 2 entire seasons because of Tommy John surgery. Did not throw a single pitch in 2014 or 15. Spoiled by Pedroia.
Good at bat by Dustin right on the shoot here, making him throw a lot of pitches out of that leadoff spot.
Benintendi, who crushed a home run on opening day, on deck. And the 3-2 again. And he got him. Pretty good getting up on that fastball at 96. Sox lineup brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Benintendi will be followed by Bogarts and Hanley Ramirez. Mitch Moreland at first base. Chris Young is out there in right field with Mookie Betts sidelined. It'll be Jackie Bradley in center field. Pablo Sandoval at third, and Sandy Leon does the catching and bats ninth against Tyone, who, like Chris Sale, hails from Lakeland, Florida, in there for strike one on Benintendi. Andrew quickly behind 0-2 with his 3-run home run on Monday. He became, at the age of 22, the youngest Red Sox player ever with as many as 3 RBIs on opening day. He said he thought there was a chance the wind might knock it down and keep it in the ballpark.
That ball was hit very, very well by Benintendi.
Landing in the bullpen. Back to that swing.
And I think actually at that time the wind had died down a little bit. Remember, it was pretty heavy at the beginning of the game, and then it started to die down a little bit, and puts it in that bullpen for the Pirates.
Third baseman Freeze in, up, over, off balance. Nice play. 2 down.
The Pirates defense is brought to you by DraftKings. They have David Freeze at third base, who just made that play. Jordy Mercer, the shortstop. Josh Harrison at second, and Josh Bell, the first baseman. Left to right, Gregory Polanco, Starling Marte, and Andrew McCutchen. Francisco Cervelli doing the catching for Tyone.
Is Xander Bogaerts. Last year, 294, 21 homers. He drove in 89 runs. Had a very solid opening day. He went 2 for 4. He stole 2 bases. First Red Sox player to do that on opening day in the last 100 years. A couple of hits and a couple of steals. Time to see who's been driving the ball, presented by Toyo Tires. Xander, last season at Fenway, hit .323, homered 11 times. Toyo Tires is the official tire of the Boston Red Sox. Got jammed. Still 0-2.
Not the kind of night you want to get jammed on tonight. The cold temperatures here at Fenway Park.
How do you describe that feeling on a night like tonight?
Oh, you got to, you know, if you don't hit the ball right in the sweet spot of the bat, it just rings and rings and rings for a long time.
Breaking ball missing. He checked his swing.
The other thing too, Dave, is, you know, players under these conditions wear a lot more clothing than they normally do, you know, in warm days, and you kind of feel restricted in some ways because you got all that extra clothing on.
Line to center. Marte, as it sinks, makes the play. Good cut by Xander. Nothing to show for it. 1-2-3 for the Sox. For life of Greater Attleboro. Top half of the second, no score. And the Pirates bring up Polanco, Freeze, and Cervelli. Sale with a strikeout of Marte in the first inning. You got him in order. Polanco 1 for 4 opening day. That's a wild wave and a miss. That one disappeared on him.
Yeah, change up that time. He expecting the fastball, didn't get it. Got something off speed that time and completely fooled.
It's got that funky sidearm delivery. Tagged, but there's Bradley, and he'll be there to the alley to make the catch. One man gone.
When you watch the way the defense was set up against Polanco, they had him straight up in the infield, but shading him slightly to the opposite field in the outfield. And Bradley did not have that far to go to make the play on that because of where he was set up. You can see him shading toward the left field side, and that ball off the bat of the left hand is going to slice away from him, but a very routine catch for him, for Jackie Bradley.
Here's Freeze going after the first one and popping that one foul. 270 with 13 home runs last season for the Pirates. And Chris Sale said after the trade from the White Sox that he was switching his career long number from 49 to 41 out of respect for Tim Wakefield. He said he had way too impressive a career to ever give out that number again. No way I wanted it. So he went back to number 41, which he wore in college at Florida Gulf Coast and in the Cape Cod League for Yarmouth Dennis when he pitched there in 09. Three and one. Cervelli on deck. As Jerry pointed out in the open, he just doesn't walk people. In there for a strike. Yeah. Right at the bottom of the zone.
That's the impressive thing, Dave. You know, being a power pitcher, a big strikeout pitcher, the fact that he just doesn't walk people. Under 50 walks last season. And picks up the inside corner with that pitch on the 3-1 count.
45 walks in 226 innings. Line drive toward the gap. Young's going to play it on a bounce. That'll fall in for a base hit. So Freese is on as he goes to the opposite field in front of Cervelli.
That's the fourth time that he has faced Sale. 4 times now, and Freese has 2 hits against him. Only a couple of guys in the lineup do have experience against Chris Sale.
A flash back to 09 as mentioned, and this is a very young Chris Sale. The motion's the same. That's pitching in the Cape Cod League, wearing that number 41. And 2009 MVP of the Cape League. Cervelli coming up 1 for 3 and a double in the opener. Out in front there.
Again, you're sitting on that fastball, and instead he shows you the changeup on the first pitch, and Cervelli way out in front of it.
Cervelli loves Fenway. 19 for 45 here, 422 lifetime. Freeze at first with 1 down. One ball, 1 strike. Is 1-1. Got that one by him at 92. Talking about his strikeout to walk ratio, how impressive it is. 4.78. In front of some pretty talented pitchers on that list. He left the White Sox, the franchise leader in many strikeout categories, including single season strikeouts, 274 one year. Into the dirt, blocked by Leon, runner holding at first base.
Nice to have him pitching on your side. I mean, he's the kind of guy that when you got to face him when he was with Chicago White Sox, you go, oh man, this is going to be a tough night tonight. Just have that feeling as a hitter.
A lot of left-handed hitters get the one-day flu. The Chris Sale flu. 2-2 rattle foul, and Freese back to first base.
I saw a lot of sickness when Nolan Ryan used to pitch. There used to be a lot of ill players on the opposite team. You look at the lineup and you go, where is this guy? Where are they? You know.
Looking for another strikeout here. Cervelli's a good contact guy. Not here, though. Down he goes. He strikes him out. Number 2 for Sale.
That's the changeup again. The first strikeout for him came on a slider to Marte. Now this time it's the changeup that picks up the strikeout, and you can see that Cervelli out in front of it. And again, you know, it's so difficult because you've got to sit on a fastball that's 96 plus, and then he'll throw both that slider and changeup off-speed pitches That can fool you.
Look at this. Only Scherzer since 2015 has more Ks in the book than Sale. More even than Clayton Kershaw, who has battled some back issues. Here's Josh Harrison, the second baseman. 1 for 4 on opening day. Made some fine defensive plays as well. Now they have rain falling in Cincinnati. They haven't postponed that game, but if they do, it'll be the third game tonight to be postponed. Fouled away.
I was laughing a little bit because we have Sale on the mound, and I looked up at the scoreboard, and they show the pitch. This pitch, what pitch it was in miles per hour. He actually threw a knuckleball at 109 miles an hour.
Oh, I had no idea he was that good.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's not even in his arsenal.
When you see a knuckleball at 109, let me know.
109. Right on the corner at 93, 1-2. Wouldn't your arm come out of the socket?
My goodness. I mean,
spin into outer space. Swing a knuckleball like that. 1-2 the count on Harrison. Crowd wants another strikeout. And time is granted very late there by home plate umpire Paul Nart. I think John Farrell is thrilled by the timing.
Yeah, it's a little bit too late right there, and that's kind of dangerous. You know, the best thing you do as a pitcher, just let it go. San Leone have a little conversation now with the home plate umpire, saying, you know, that's maybe a little late.
Freeze off first with 2 away. Got a piece of that. One ball and 2 strikes on Harrison. Bell would be next. Pirates have the first hit in the contest. Chris Sale going out with the long sleeves, not wearing those tonight. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. Some high heat. Back-to-back Ks. 1 man left. Last half of the second inning. Jerry Remy, Dave O'Brien, Garen Austin with you here from frozen Fenway. It'll be Hanley to lead things off as he chops one foul at the plate. He'll be followed by Moreland and then Young. Chris Young in the lineup in right field with Mookie Betts out with flu-like symptoms. Red Sox facing a pitcher they have never seen, a 25-year-old Jameson Taillon. Good velocity on his fastball. Here comes the 0-1. And a base hit to left. So Hanley becomes the first man to reach tonight for the Red Sox. And for more on that flu bug story, let's go to Garen.
Jerry, the flu took over the clubhouse during spring training. Mitch Moreland, Steve Selski, and Chili Davis all missed time. And now Mookie Betts is out of the lineup. Brock Holt was sent home. And Robbie Ross Jr. is out as well with flu-like symptoms. Farrell said they'll have to wait till those symptoms are gone before they return, and hopefully that's soon. There is an air purifier in the clubhouse that's supposed to help fight the flu. And guys, Farrell said that he has not seen an illness take over a clubhouse like this since 2008.
It's going to be interesting too, Gary, because the club is traveling tomorrow after the game and heading for Detroit for 4 consecutive day games. As Moreland gets in and takes ball 1, and Jerry, when those guys may or may not arrive, very much an open question.
Yeah, exactly right. I think it's a doctor's orders. I mean, if he feels like they're still contagious, you know, they may not be making the trip and coming out individually as they feel better and get cleared to be back around the club.
Moreland looking for his first Red Sox hit, was 0 for 4 on opening day. You ever seen anything quite like it, though? This has been a lot of guys it's affected.
Oh, and you know, it's the period of time, the length of time that has been going on. And it's been a lot of guys that have been told, look, you get to the clubhouse, go back home. Don't come back here until you're feeling better. We'll check you out. If we think you're okay, you get to stay. If not, you go back home.
A good count for Moreland with Ramirez on at first. And now ball 3.
That shift on the infield. If you watch the game on opening day, that's how they play Moreland. They'll shift them in the infield, as you can see, and slightly shade him to the opposite field in the outfield.
Moreland has hit well at Fenway in his career. It's not that many games, 15 games as an opponent, but 311 here. With home runs in 4 of his last 10 games on Yawkey Way. Taking the automatic strike. Kind of goes back to what you were mentioning on open day, Jared. You expect him to swing a good bat here.
Yeah, you know, as long as he can get focused in and up the middle into the opposite field, he can take advantage of that left field wall.
Nobody out, 1 on, no score in the second. 3-2.
Good movement on that pitch. It was 95, a fastball, but it was sinking as it came to home plate. David Freese, the third baseman, moves in between first and second. Keep the double play combination intact.
Payout pitch, runner goes. Fly to center field on his horse, Marte. And to the track, he'll have it. Hanley has to go back to first base. Moreland put a pretty good charge into it.
Yeah, Dave, that's kind of the swing we were talking about. You know, instead of getting pull crazy in the air, take the ball to center field, the opposite field. That ball hit very well. Again, the breeze blowing in tonight, cold conditions. But the more times you do that at Fenway Park, the better off you're going to be. And that ball just could completely knock down because of the cold weather and a slight breeze blowing in.
Yeah, you wanted June, July, different conditions.
Exactly. You might be talking about one close to being off that center field wall.
Here's Chris Young now. He got the nod in right field tonight. 276 last year for Chris with 9 home runs after he got through his hamstring problem. She had him on the DL for a while, and he was a very valuable guy down the stretch for the Red Sox.
Boy, they gave him a big hole between first and second. It's wide open.
And the 0-1 from Tyone. Fouled off Cervelli's face mask. That'll wake you up. See, Chris, most of his hits went to left field last year. Of course, a lot of those against left-handers. I saw him do something very classy in spring training when Drew Pomerantz was on the mound for the first time in the spring and needed to face some live hitters. Chris volunteered. He's a veteran guy. He's been around a long time. Volunteered to go in and stand in the box and take some swings against Pomerantz. You know, on a field where no one was watching, he slams that one to Freese out at second. Double play. Pirates around the horn, turn it 5-4-3, and that's it for the Sox. Third inning, no score. Sale back to work. So far, 3 strikeouts for the 6-6 lefty. And it'll be Bell, Frazier, and Mercer. It's 8, 9, and 1 for the Pirates.
Well, it looked like a pretty good pitch right there from Sale. Looked like it had the bottom of the strike zone, but not getting the call.
Paul Nart behind the plate tonight. And a 2-0 in there, just about the same spot.
Yeah, exact same spot. See, 2 and 3 on the pit zone right there, and they're both in the exact same spot. One's a ball, one's a strike.
Lifted to right field. Young. Plenty of space out there, and Chris there to make the catch. 1 away.
3 strikeouts tonight for Sale against Marte on a slider back in the first inning. Second batter of the game. Slider down and in. Then he gets Cervelli on a changeup away, and then Harrison on the fastball that's going to ride up and away from him.
Look at the strikeouts from last season. Verlander a little bit better. Sale winning 17 games, 334 earned run average for the White Sox. And he has spoken pretty openly about that famous jersey cutting exercise that he was suspended 5 days for last summer. He had made it known well before that day, before he started, that he was uncomfortable pitching in those throwback uniforms from 1976. They were untucked, and he had never pitched in one of those before.
They were awful uniforms.
Ugly.
Awful.
And they were going to play in them nonetheless. A little trickler. Here comes Sandoval. He has to eat that. So that'll be a base hit for Frazier. He's got himself an infield single and a second hit off a Sale for the Pirates.
Yeah, nobody really had a chance here. If Sale makes the play, he's got no chance to spin and throw to first base. And if Sandoval makes the play, he's also got no chance. Right off the end of the bat, almost like a perfect bunt sent down that third base line. And Sale can't get to it. Pablo has to just hold on to it instead of taking a throw over there and maybe throwing it away.
That was as good as Sandy Leon's bunt on opening day.
Yeah, that was a highlight of my day.
Mercer 0 for 1. He has tapped to short. And across for strike one. Sale was talking about when he came over in the trade, that whole incident with the jersey. And he said, you know, when I saw them, I realized there was something in that was not about 100% winning mentality, that the business side was overtaking the performance side on those jerseys, on those uniforms. That's when the comedy ensued, when he took the scissors to some of his teammates' jerseys and his own. Nobody was going to wear them on that particular day, and he was suspended. But it all came back in his mind to the whole idea of being comfortable to pitch, being effective on the mound, and that's what made him so upset. Didn't feel like it was going to give him a chance to win.
Well, you know, I actually saw those uniforms, and there was a time when a portion of those uniforms, they had shorts. They wore them with shorts. I mean, it was horrible. Guys are sliding. They had high socks on. They had shorts on. They're sliding their knees and getting all ripped to shreds. And I mean, they look like a comedy act.
Look like a beer league softball uniform.
It's terrible.
One out, and the 1-2. Liner, center field. Bradley there, backing up. 2 down. Marte will be next. MLB.TV Premium is back and better than ever. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live on over 400 supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
You know, most center fielders will tell you the toughest ball is the one that's hit directly at you on the line or over your head. That ball had a little spin on it as it got out to Jackie Bradley, but he was able to regroup and make the play.
So 2 away. Marte, a strikeout victim in the first inning. Jackie was talking about his outstanding play on opening day to Garen Austin. He was talking about running to a spot where the ball was going to come down. That's where these guys lose me. What spot?
Well, you know, you read the ball off the bat and you kind of get an idea on how deep it's going to be and maybe a general area where it's going to land. And if you happen to lose it in the sun like he did, you just run to that spot. You'll see infielders do it on pop-ups to the infield where, you know, it's going to be over their head. You try to read exactly or close estimate is where you can, you know, run to have a chance to make this play. And there's Bradley leaning. You can see him already leaning in that direction. That helped him out a lot. And then after he lost to the sun, he said he was able to pick it up right at the last moment and avoid crashing into the wall, at least a dangerous crash into the wall. But that's just great outfield play.
Sale thrown to first base.
Of course, you need help too, Dave. When you run to a spot, you got to hope that it's high enough that you can get to that spot and then pick up the baseball again.
And then there's the whole idea of extraordinary talent. I mean, you guys talk about this like, well, anybody should be able to do it. I know that's not true. I know that running to a place where within a foot and a half where the ball's coming down is amazing.
Well, it's Southfielders in particular. It's amazing watching guys do that.
Oh, that one tied him up and struck him out. Scooped up by Leon. And another K in the book for Sale. He's had at least one in each third inning. Louis in the house. Red Sox trying to get on the scoreboard against Tyone. Jackie Bradley leading off the third inning. Then it'll be Pablo Sandoval and then Sandy Leon. And the big triple on Monday.
Yeah, I got that fastball inside and hooked it right down that right field line. Caromed around the boards a little bit. And by the time McCutchen tracked it down, Bradley at third base. You know, we talked a lot about the Leon bunt the other day, and we're going to see a lot of that too from Bradley, I believe, this season, because they also play him a lot in the shift, and they keep that third baseman deep.
Gently hit, hugging that line, staying on the line, but a foul ball. First base umpire Guccione came in and ruled it foul.
Bell did everything he could to get there in time and get that while it was on the line, because Bradley was in front of him. It would have been an easy out, but he couldn't quite get there in time. As the ball hitting the lip of the grass and then going into the foul territory.
I know you love to bunt. You think he can bunt for maybe 10 or 12 hits?
I believe he can. You know, if they shift on him and they put that third baseman back at the shortstop position, he can do exactly what Leon did the other day. And he did it in spring training a couple of times, and it was successful for him. So once you do it a couple of times and it works for you, it becomes part of your game.
Sandy Leon was chatting about the bunt in the clubhouse today, and he loved the play too. Swing and a miss. That one ties him up inside with a curveball, which is a real good pitch for this young man. Second strikeout for Tyone. And Sandy was saying, you know, one of the factors in him electing to bunt there was who was batting behind him.
Right.
And it was Dustin Pedroia, who he knew could keep this thing going. That's, you know, all happening with 2 outs.
Right.
And so, you know, very mindful of that bunt there, that, you know, he could drop that down, all that space there. The shift on, he's got himself almost an automatic hit.
Yeah, I spent a little time with Gary DeSar Sr. and John Farrell in Farrell's office today, and they said that play was a game changer. He says, because just as you said, who was on deck? Pedroia. The pitcher was, I think, a little taken back by all of it. He seemed to be upset, you know, rattled a little bit.
Yeah, Garrett Cole, yeah. He's their ace. Just misses. Both pitchers feeling maybe they're getting squeezed a little bit here at the bottom of the strike zone from Paul Nart. Sandoval going the other way. Backhand stab by Freeze. 2 down. Leon next. DraftKings is the destination for one-day fantasy baseball. New players can head to DraftKings and enter the promo code NESSN to play for free. That's NESSN at DraftKings.com.
Well, that last pitch by Tyone was a very good pitch. It was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that was sinking away from the Sandoval. And he made contact, but the contact was to the third baseman.
Sandy in his career in interleague games hitting almost 350, 346. This was with the Washington Nationals. Bases are clear, 2 down, scoreless here in the third inning. Now tonight, Chris Sale is making his Red Sox debut. Ripped and a fair ball down the line. That rolls to the corner. That'll be extra bases for Sandy Leon into second base with a walk-in double.
Well, a fortunate thing right there for Sandy Leon and the Red Sox. It did not hit the wall that jets out toward the foul line. It just got by that. And once it gets by that, that's going to be an automatic 2 base hit for Sandy Leon. Nice effort by Bell, the first baseman. He can't get to it. It's in fair territory. It does not bounce off the wall. It gets by the wall, and that means Leon gets in a scoring position at second base. Very patient out there was McCutchen, waiting for that ball to come to him, which he should be.
Well, the Red Sox scored 5 times in the 5th inning on opening day, all with 2 down. 2 out here, and there's a base hit to right field. Charging McCutchen, rounding third Leon. Here comes the throw to the plate. The tag, and he is out at home. Leon knocked down. Terrific tag there by Cervelli. And Sandy slow to rise. McCutchen, terrific throw, and nails him at home plate. For outnumbered, credit for executing that, but Leon through the stop sign. Here's McCutchen, the man who just made a terrific throw. Right field, a new position for him. He's moved from center field over to right. Showing off a good strong arm there to cut down Sandy Leon at home plate. So we are still scoreless here in the 4th inning. McCutchen 0 for 1. He's flying to center. Subject of several trade stories in the offseason for a guy who's been the face of their franchise. 1-2. And the former MVP takes one outside. 24 home runs last year, just 79 runs batted in. So that fall off was part of the reason the Bucks struggled, did not make postseason play. Glenn Hurdle, their manager, trying to get him back in the hunt. Good luck trying to run down the Chicago Cubs. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. All filled up now on McCutchen.
There's a little frustration setting in Pittsburgh too, where they're not really spending a lot of money to get players.
They've got a beautiful ballpark, one of the prettiest ballparks in the majors. Scalded, stabbed by Bogarts. One away. Chilly night here tonight at Fenway. There is rain on the way tomorrow from what we're being told. I have no idea where it's going to start, how it's going to interfere with the baseball game. The Red Sox have to go to Detroit for 4 games.
Well, one day at a time.
One day at a time.
Win tonight. We'll worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow, sooner or later, we'll get to Detroit for 4-day games against the Tigers.
Yeah, all at 1 o'clock. Some snow showers on Friday.
That's good. That's good. Yep. We'll have these same coats on.
You're darn right we will.
Yeah.
And then some. Scarves, mittens, gloves. Tonight, 39 degrees inside the ballpark. Here's Polanco 0 for 1 with a fly to center.
I'm not going to lie either. You know, we got coats on. We also have the windows closed. That gives you an idea of how cold it is.
I don't think you had to spill that, did you?
Nah, I try to tell the truth.
Well, folks to think we were really toughing it tonight. Not quite.
I don't do well when I toughen it out. I usually end up at a timeshare at Mass General. And I have at least 2 weeks per year.
Yeah, we need to keep you out of that. Please. 0-2. He's out in front on that slider. Boy, his off-speed pitch, you know, the changeup or that slider, he's got everybody out on that front foot. And then buries that fastball about 97 in on the hands. Looking for a K. Check swing. Did he offer? He did not, according to Dana DeMuth.
Done a good job, really good job mixing up all his pitches tonight. His fastball, his slider, his changeup. He's thrown a lot of changeups. And that was one there on the inside part of the plate. Back to the slider.
And got him. Strikeout number 5 for Chris Sale tonight. Earlier today, the Paw Sox held their annual welcome home luncheon. Red Sox chairman Tom Werner and TC were on hand to address the entire Paw Sox roster. Hundreds of fans there as well. The eating was good. TC told me that. Paw Sox opening up the season tomorrow in Lehigh Valley before holding their home opener at McCoy Stadium 6:15 on Monday. We wish them the very best and a great year. Freeze 1 for 1. Bases are empty. Just a bit low, apparently.
Everywhere I look, TC someplace. I mean, you know, he's TV, he's on the radio, he's down doing luncheons, he's interviewing people, documentaries.
You begin to wonder, did Nesson clone him? And that's how they get this done.
Just more than one TC?
More than one TC. So the guy you worked with in spring training wasn't the same guy who was on vacation with his family in Maine at the same time. He's amazing. They all are. 1-2 to Freeze. Punch foul out of play. Cervelli on deck. Sale trying to save him to start the next inning. Trying for back-to-back strikeouts. But a line drive caught by Xander Bogaerts to his left. That'll retire the side. Sale gets him in order. Trying to get on the board here against the young right-hander Tyone. Even younger Andrew Benintendi is 0 for 1. He has grounded a third. Then it's Bogaerts and then Ramirez, and they're getting their second look at him, Jerry.
Yeah, second time they've seen him now, and we'll see what kind of adjustments the Red Sox hitters can possibly make against Tyone. Basically a three-pitch guy, and mostly what we've seen from him so far is fastball, curveball, not that many changeups.
And like Chris Sale, excellent command. He will not walk people. Snuck in there for a strike at 95.
That's a good two-seam fastball there. He's thrown a couple of those that have been very nasty tonight. He threw one at Sandoval last inning that resulted in a ground ball. 95 and sinking. Looks like a changeup here.
In on it, Harrison on to first base in plenty of time. One gone in the Red Sox fourth. Sox season ticket holders can experience the best seats, price, and benefits that Fenway has to offer. For information on becoming a season ticket holder, please visit redsox.com/season tickets or call 877-RED-SOX-9 today.
You know, for those who are not that familiar with the signs when you're watching at home and there's not a man on second base, it's basically usually pretty simple. And one would be the fastball, two would be the curve, three would be a slider, the wiggle would be a changeup. Looks like a fastball away. You can make the call at home. And that was way away, just a little bit outside. Glad I was not a left-handed hitter at the plate that time.
Darn right. You busted something. Xander tagged a line drive that was caught by Marte to center field. He got a good swing on it in the first inning.
He's going to try that fastball away one more time.
Chopped to third. Freeze went for the bare hand. Close and got him. And Xander thought he was safe. He gave the safe sign. John Farrell is on the top step. We'll see if there's a challenge coming.
Yeah, I think the Red Sox made challenges. Tops it right down the third base line. And he's got 30 seconds to make a decision. Bogaerts calling himself safe. Let's see if the Red Sox do challenge it. That's a heck of a play, though, right by Freeze at third base to barehand that, and they are going to look at it. And let's see. You make the call. Ooh. Well, that is really close. And if I had to make a call on that, I think it may go against the Red Sox, but I have been wrong multiple times.
Yeah, you and I both. I think we're batting about 210 on these, but
yeah, I think that's given us 20.
I mean, and sometimes even when it's very obvious. we're in a state of shock that it doesn't go a different way. But in this case, you're right. So close. Always is at first base.
Does the stretch, does the ball make contact in the glove or the foot on the back first? Hey, boy, that is exceptionally close. That looks like a tie. And the old saying is the tie goes to the runner. That's baloney.
Did they have enough to support overturning it? That's the question. I'm not sure they do. And it's supposed to get this done in 2 minutes this year.
Right.
Now, there are cases where the crew chief can ask, if they want more time, they can get more time out of New York. But most of the time, it's supposed to stick to 2 minutes. It's like a dead heat, doesn't it?
Yeah, they called him out.
Yeah. So they support the call on the field, and Xander is retired, 5-3.
I'll tell you, let's give a ton of credit down there to David Freese at third base. I mean, he makes a very, very difficult play with the bare hand and get a guy that can run on a very cold night. Pretty impressive. Here's the play by Freese. Side-on throw to first base. Very close play, but as predicted, goes against the Red Sox. We're up to 185.
Maybe. Here's Hanley going for the downs there. Might this be one of those nights where one big swing like that is all anyone's going to get if they can hit it out of the ballpark? Hanley has a base hit. He pulled the left field his first trip after going 1 for 4 in the open on Monday. He's enjoyed taking on the Pirates in his career. With all his years in the National League, he's hit very well against them. .353 lifetime. And he fouled that one off himself. Tough night to do that. There are some replay rule changes. Official will have 2 minutes. That's the guideline to complete the replay review. But the director in New York could grant more time. Crew chief review will start in the 8th inning rather than the 7th, as was the case in past years if the manager is out of challenges.
And you got to make that decision as a manager a little bit sooner, that 30-second mark right now, to make the decision, so they can't look at a play over and over and over again to decide whether they're going to challenge it or not.
So John Farrell has lost his challenge. That doesn't mean that the crew chief wouldn't support one down the line. No score here in the 4th. Chris Sale making his Sox debut, and he has been as advertised, very sharp. Two to Hanley. He held up on the curveball, and it's a full count. Neither one of these guys has walked anybody. Moreland on deck. And a payoff. And he walks him. Very close. Hanley with a fine take. He becomes the first man to take a ball 4.
Well, it's amazing, when these guys are missing, they are not missing by very much at all. That was a very good changeup right there by Tyone, and fortunately for Hanley, it goes his way, and he's down at first base with 2 outs. See if we can get some more 2-out magic from the Red Sox.
Moreland 0 for 1 with a fly to center. Put a really good swing on it, and he took Marte just about to the warning track. And a different night, maybe that's up against or over the center field wall. Chilly evening with the wind blowing in here in early April. Tyone from the set. High fly right field. McCutchen's backing up. He's at the track. He's turning. He's got it. Right up against the bullpen fence. Second time tonight. Moreland has laid it. Win. Mike Lowell and Kevin Youkilis both drove in 2 runs for the Red Sox. Now, Moreland's got to be a little bit frustrated tonight. First couple of bats. He has really had good swings. One to dead away center and the other to the warning track that almost got out, but he's 0 for 2.
Yeah, on contact, I thought for sure that was a home run. It just sounded good.
Strike 4 is Cervelli, who is 0 for 1 with a K. Underway here in the 5th inning, no score. Pittsburgh with only 2 hits against Chris Sale, who has struck out 5 and hasn't walked anybody. Red Sox with 3 hits. And down he goes, strike 3 as Sale gets him for the second time.
Twice tonight, Sale's got him on off-speed pitches, got him on a changeup back in the second inning. This time he goes to the slider to get Cervelli. Very short at bat for Cervelli that time, as you see the breaking ball again toward that back leg, and no contact, swinging on top of it.
Sends up Harrison. He whiffed in the second inning. 6 strikeouts for Chris Sale. Josh Bell on deck. You see a lot of swings like that on his changeup.
Yeah, that well, you know, as I said, Dave, you got to sit on that 96, 97 mile an hour fastball, and that changeup is awfully tough.
One. That one tagged. Racing back Benintendi. Going to play it off the 10. Big turn. That'll be a single for Harrison as Benintendi played it very well. It's a long Fenway single for the number 7 hitter.
A very good job by Benintendi. Once he read that he could not make the catch, he gets himself in position where he can play that ball off the wall. Watch him stop right there, and he plays it off to the side in a good position to throw. And once the base runner sees that, you've got to stop. And you got to give some credit to Harrison, because, you know, most balls you hit over the outfielder's head are going to be doubles, but not here at Fenway Park. There he sees what's in front of him. He puts the brakes on and gets back to first base.
Pirates with their 3rd hit. Brings up Josh Bell 0 for 1 with a fly to right. Here's Pedroia to Bogaerts. 1, 2. Sale makes quick work of the Pittsburgh Pirates with a 4-6-3 twin killing. Young, Bradley, and Sandoval trying to do something with Jameson Taillon, the 25-year-old right-hander for the Pirates, now into his 2nd major league season. So far he's walked 1. He's allowed 3 hits. Chris Sale getting a big double play ball. Pedroia, Bogaerts, and on to first for the double play to get out of that inning. He works quickly, hits fast outs. Chris Sale. Young's hit into a double play. 5-4-3 back in the 2nd inning. Chris had a fine time of it against the National League last year. Hit .407 with 3 home runs against the NL last year. In for a strike. Mookie Betts out of the lineup tonight because of the flu. And he walked him. 2nd in as many innings for the right-hander.
A little surprised to see the breaking ball there on the 3-1 count. 0-0 ball game, and Red Sox have the leadoff man on in the 5th.
Well, the old saying is nothing good ever comes of a leadoff walk. If you're on the defensive side, we'll see what happens here with Jackie Bradley up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
See the position where the second baseman Harrison is playing now. If there's a ground ball that is hit to third base by accident by Jackie Bradley. That means the shortstop's going to have to cover second base and have an unconventional attempt at a double play.
Brian Butterfield here at third base. We thought Butter might take some time and spend it in the dugout coming back from that knee replacement surgery, but he was right back out there on opening day. That's a strike call at 96.
Butterfield getting the signs from the dugout, relaying those to the runner, the hitter. Now with timeout call, they may go through them again. We'll see. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Not this time.
In for a called strike. Strikes have been there on the higher part of the zone, not necessarily the lower part of the strike zone.
That's a good observation.
Paul Nart, he squeezed a few down around the knee for both starters. Diving back in, Chris Young. One of those nights, as cold as it is, may not take more than a run or two, especially the way both of these starters are dealing in game two. He laid off that high one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're talking about Jackie and the triple that he hit on opening day. Over his last 207 games, he actually leads the major leagues in triples. So those have been piling up for him. 3-2.
Now the question is, do you send Chris Young at first base? See, Bradley does have a tendency to strike out. Did in his last at bat. I think you get the man in motion. Working toward the bottom of the batting order, see if he can make something happen.
Sandoval on deck. 3-2, there he goes. Base hit past the diving Harrison. Young on his way to third. And with the play on, Jackie Bradley delivers. Young now 90 feet away, and the Red Sox have men on the corners with nobody out.
Yeah, I think you're trying to force the issue. Send that man on the 3-2 count. Fortunately, this line drive gets by Harrison, the second baseman. If it's caught, it's a double play. But it does get by him, and that means a first and third now with nobody out.
You like the call. It's exactly what happened. And the Red Sox are in business for Pablo Sandoval. Trying to get that first run in the 5th inning. That was the magic inning on opening day.
You know, it's not a bad play here with Sandoval. It sounds crazy, but a hit and run, because he likes to swing at just about anything, right?
Runner at first holding. He does swing at just about anything from the brim of that cap to the bottom of the shoe.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that you can put that play on, you know, and keep some pressure on. It makes it a little bit more difficult now with the count 0-1.
Red Sox trying to break through here. 0-1 pitch. He checked his swing. No swing, said Dana DeMuth. A big night for Pablo. He's playing his 1,000th career game.
Good job holding up the barrel of the bat, too. He wanted to go after that breaking ball.
Young at third, Bradley at first. Nobody out and no score. Opening day painting still on the diamond. And the 1-1. Got a piece of that one and fouled it off Cervelli.
You're the runner at third base in this situation. Any ground ball, you got to go, even if it's right back at the pitcher, because what you don't want to have happen is a double play. You'd rather have a situation where, you know, the man is thrown out at home, but you still have a first and second, a first and third situation with one out. So right now, Cervelli putting out some signs to his infielders. If there is something on, if there is a play on where he's going to throw the ball, could be second, could be third, but I doubt it's going to be third. Freezes way off the line.
Tyone with the 1-2 pitch to the Panda. And he got him. That was up and out of the strike zone too at 96, and he struck him out.
Now that's generally what they try to do to Pablo Sandoval when they get 2 strikes, is elevate the fastball upstairs around the shoulders, and he has a very difficult time staying off that pitch, which a lot of hitters do.
So 1 down, big conference on the hill now for the Pirates. Sandy Leon will be in next. He's already scalded a double down the right field line, although the Red Sox could not bring him in.
Now, there's a lot to talk about here. There's a lot of situations that could arise. You could see a bunt. You could see a squeeze play. You could see a suicide, not a suicide, but a safety squeeze where you just try to take it down the first base line. And once the runner at third realizes it's going to get through, he tries to score. It's not a suicide. That's a good play to put on in this situation, in my opinion.
Sandy thrown out at home plate by McCutchen. Back in the 3rd inning as the Sox missed a scoring chance. 1st and 3rd, 1 down now. Inning started off with Young taking ball 4. Bradley with the base hit on a hit and run. Now Sandoval has struck out. Scouts compared Tyone to a young Josh Beckett at the same stage of his career. Tyone now 25, maybe a little bit bigger, but keeps on throwing to first base. The crowd doesn't like it.
Yeah, they're expecting something from the Red Sox, and every time they do that, Cervelli takes a peek down to third base to see what Young's doing.
Leon is yet to get a pitch. The runner first goes, and it's fouled away. So a play on indeed, and Jackie Bradley back to first.
Yeah, you know, it's a good time to do something because you want to put pressure on. You're at the bottom of the lineup. One thing you don't want is a double play to end the inning. Bradley takes off. Now look how far Freeze is off third base. So that means Young can get way down. If the throw goes through to second base, Young's going to score with no problem. And if you're Jackie Bradley, you stop. You don't get tagged out.
So 0-1 on Sandy Leon. Bradley holding here, and that'll miss, but barely.
You might send him again right here on the 1-1 count. Or put on that play I was talking about, the safety squeeze. Great play in this situation.
Dustin Pedroia on deck. Here's the 1-1. Runners holding, and it's Luke Fowl out of play. So 1-2 on the Sox catcher.
2 strikes eliminates a lot of plays, but it doesn't eliminate the potential of a double steal.
One and 2 on Leon. Cut on and missed, and down he goes. Actually foul tip and held by Cervelli. Back-to-back strikeouts of Sandoval and Leon.
First strikeout to Sandoval was on a high fastball. Now he goes down below the knees with the curveball. Very good pitch right there by Tyone.
Well, he got himself into immediate difficulty, but now he's 1 out away from escaping it. That's up to Pedroia. Petey tonight 1 for 2 with a base hit. Looked like that single would score Leon. But McCutchen came up gunning and got him at the plate in the 3rd inning. That skips. Cervelli can't find it. Bradley's going to advance to second. Young back to 3rd base. So now the Sox have 2 men in scoring position, and that'll be a wild pitch.
Now that's the wise play by Young down to 3rd base because a couple of reasons. First of all, the ball did not get that far away from Cervelli, and you know you can't see it sometimes because the catch is in the way. You just can't see how far the ball is. But that was a wise decision by Chris Young because it was not far enough away to score.
But now a base hit could mean 2 runs. Two down. Oh, massive swing by the Red Sox leadoff man.
Like Dustin was thinking about 3 points, a 3-pointer.
He's thinking Lansdowne Street. Young and Bradley. Since the start of last season, Pedroia is hitting .360 in that leadoff spot. 1-2. He's coming right at him with a fastball. Outstanding year with men in scoring position for Dustin. .325. Tonight playing in his 1400th game. Breaks a tie for 11th place on the Red Sox all-time list. Had been tied with Don DiMaggio until tonight. Here's the 1-2. Little comebacker. Well, you got to give Tyone a lot of credit. He really bore down after getting in some trouble, and he got out of that jam. 2 men left in score. Whatever, whenever, wherever, who but W.B. Mason. He's right back at it here in the 6th inning. Still a 0-0 game. Certainly dominated by the starters. Sox have 4 hits. Pirates have only 3 off the left-hander. In his highly anticipated Red Sox debut, and he has delivered. He has 6 strikeouts. He hasn't walked anybody.
And that's not an unusual line for Chris Sale.
Getting Adam Frazier here, the number 9 man. He's their DH tonight. Then the top of the order, Mercer and Marte for Pittsburgh. And the 0-2. Frazier opening day 1 for 3 with a walk. And the Sox win. Tad high. Evens the count at 2-2. Strike him out. Caught him looking with a breaking ball.
Well, that's impressive because, you know, he throws the slider directly at Frazier, the left-handed hit, and watch him jump back. And that slider picks up the inside corner. It's a pitch that you think's going to be inside. You kind of give up on it. You jump back, and it's got enough rotation on it to come back and pick up the inside corner.
7 strikeouts for the southpaw. Here's Mercer. He's grounded out and lined to center 0 for 2. Sale admits, by the way, he was deeply affected by the death of Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. Fly gently hit to left center field, and is Benintendi. Tony Gwynn passed away in 2016 after a long battle with cancer, and most believe that was caused by a lifetime of dipping chewing tobacco. And Sale said that he dipped from 2007 until the day that Tony Gwynn passed away. and he quit that very day. Has not touched it since. And I know he's not the only major leaguer to say that, but it's a great message for kids and younger players. 2 down. Here's Marte looking to bunt. Almost ran right into that pitch.
The kind of time you bunts on fastballs, and when you get a breaking ball like that, it completely throws your timing off, and that time almost clipping Marte.
Sales had his number. He struck him out twice, as that's poked foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saw some T-shirts in the stands on opening day. We're not seeing any tonight.
No, not many T-shirts tonight. Right. Except Sale, he's got one on.
Yeah. Nope. 2-1 to count. McCutchen on deck. No score. Red Sox last inning came close to breaking through. Bounding ball up the middle. Bogarts on target and just did get him. Marte went down on his stomach, but out at first base. And 1-2-3 they go again. Still a 0-0 game. Number 1 coffee in New England. The Boston Red Sox run on Duncan. Benintendi with a base hit up the middle. That's how the 6th inning gets underway. Red Sox starting to put some men on base the last few innings.
Yeah, better contact, more solid contact by the Red Sox to pick up some base hits. Benintendi jumping on the first pitch fastball. Right down the heart of the plate and right back up the middle with it.
So he's 1 for 3 tonight. Bogarts will be next. Xander looking for his first hit. Last inning, the Red Sox began the frame with a walk and a single. Tyone then struck out 2 men and got a comebacker to get out of that jam. Second straight inning, the leadoff man is on.
I have a feeling about a hit and run. I don't know. I just feel in a game like this, you've got to try to create something.
Pirates thinking along with you here.
There are no gifts being given out by these pitchers tonight. You've got to kind of try to earn something. And Bogarts is the type of guy that can get the ball on the ground somewhere, and that's exactly what you want in a hit and run. Stay away from a double play.
He's got that right side hole with Bell holding the runner. No play on here, and he takes a ball. Pitch count in good shape for this righty. He's up to 79. Chris Sale's in great shape with his pitch count. And a 1-0. He looks at the ball. 2-0. There
have not been many opportunities in this game tonight, but the Red Sox have had better of the opportunities.
Cold but dry tonight here on Yawkey Way. The 2-0 and a strike. His velocity still very good, mid-90s.
If they're going to put something on, they put it on right now. 2-1 count.
Yeah, you would think. Benintendi at first. Not going. And fouled off the catcher. Andy Ramirez on deck. Fans in the ballpark, and I'm sure watching at home, yearning for a run or two and some activity on the bases. Limited opportunities. Two. In there for strike 3. Caught him looking. So Xander will take a seat. Time for a game break brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's Tom Caron. TC, thank you very much. Both of those teams at 1-1. Here's Hanley. He has reached base twice with a single and a walk tonight. And Benintendi again diving back in, scoreless in the last half of the 6th inning. Now, John Farrell talked about it throughout the spring, wanting to be more aggressive, wanting to run more. Did that a lot in his managerial days with Toronto. He did it when he could with the Red Sox early on. Things a little bit different when Big Papi was in the lineup. No longer the case. Somebody may need to manufacture a run tonight. Hit hard, but down for it. Mercer to Harrison, one on to first. Double play. Sox have hit into a couple of those tonight. For the Red Sox, fuels your performance on and off the field. Sleep like the pros from Maximum Recovery. Build your performance sleep system at bedgear.com today. Sleep fuels everything. To the 7th inning. Red Sox nothing and the Pirates nothing in a pitcher's duel. They figured it would be a good night to pitch.
And these guys are pitching great, both of them.
The ball to McCutchen is flied out and grounded out. This is the heart of their order. McCutchen, Polanco, and Freese, their third look at the slender lefty, who apparently can eat like nobody's business, but has a supersonic metabolism and never gains weight.
Nice.
Yeah. Called strike. He's a legendary consumer of calories, but never puts on a pound. He's listed at about $180. He's gone to 3-2 now on McCutchen. He has yet to walk anyone. Polanco on deck, 3-2. Sandy Leon getting to catch. And Chris Sale's Red Sox debut tonight. 3-2. Off the end of the bat into left center, charging on Benintendi. Plenty of time. He's got it. Let's go downstairs to a very chilled Garrett.
Oh, yeah, I talked to Sandy Leon the other day, and I asked him about Chris Sale. He said he's a great guy. He's a great teammate. You can really see that in the way he goes to the clubhouse. He's always talking with everyone. Leon said Sale makes his job easy. He really likes to communicate, and he just wants to win. And guys, Leon said Sale is nasty. I would much rather catch him than face him. I don't ever want to face him again.
Yeah, he's filthy dirty. Sandy knows. And so far tonight, 7 strikeouts for the lefty. He's got Polanco once. See those lefties backing away from those breaking balls inside.
Yeah, lefty against lefty, you usually see the ball breaking away to the outside part of the plate, not inside corner.
One ball and 1 strike. Sales pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. He's at 95 pitches. No walks, 7 strikeouts, just the 3 hits. Polanco 22 home runs last year. He thought about it, but that one missed. Off the corner, said Paul Mart. And the 2-1. High chop, Sandoval off the grass, 2 down. Well, the season's here. That doesn't mean it's too late to play fantasy baseball. Go to yahoo.com/fantasy-baseball to join an existing Yahoo season-long fantasy baseball league, or you could build your own. Don't forget to visit NESN.com/fantasy for the latest news, lineup advice, and more. 2 up, 2 down in the 7th. David Freese 1 for 2. He's had a good series so far, offensively and defensively. And a good run with the St. Louis Cardinals. MVP of the 2011 World Series. Remember, he hit the walk-off home run in the 11th inning of Game 6. One and one to count. Next pitch will be number 100 for Sale. No activity in either bullpen, though.
This will probably be his last inning, I would imagine, with the pitch count up to 100.
Nobody aboard in the 1-1. Floating that one foul.
As we said on opening day, they don't usually extend starting pitches very much past that 90 pitch mark early. That's why bullpens are heavily used early in the season. No activity right now.
Well, if he gets him right here, he'll open his Red Sox career with 7 scoreless innings. The appeal to first, but no swing, says Guccione. On a slider in the dirt, 2-2. Cervelli would be next. And Sale has struck him out twice. Three and two. Sale has never lost the first start of his season for himself. He's 5-0 in his first start, with an ERA of 2.08. The 3-2. And he walks him. There's number 1. He walks Freese with 2 down.
3 straight sliders from Sale, and missing with the last couple to pick up his first walk.
Stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Plain Ridge Park Casino. TC and Steve Lyons will recap Sale's Red Sox debut and preview Eduardo Rodriguez start tomorrow. And Barnes is up in the pen. Matt, who worked on opening day. And the Sox 5-3 win, getting ready again. Here's Cervelli. He struck out twice in the 2nd and again in the 5th. And he flies that one to right field, to play for Young. Plenty of room there to make the catch. He pitches around ball 4. And Sale walks away with 7 scoreless innings under his belt in his Red Sox debut. Harper was a catcher back then. And Bryce Harper caught this guy when they were playing together on the 18 and under Pan Am gold medal winners. And this youngster struck out 16 Cuban hitters, with Harper catching him at that time.
Good story.
Last half of the 7th inning here, no score. Red Sox have had the better chances to break through tonight against the righty. Moreland has flied out deep twice. Pirates with an active bullpen now. Bastardo, the left-hander, Nicasio, the right-hander. Taillon with only 87 pitches with this one. Big wave and a miss, and this time he gets him on a strikeout, so 1 away in the Red Sox 7th.
This has been very impressive pitching here tonight on both sides. I mean, these guys are really dealing.
Boy, he has a really good curveball.
He sure does. You know, a fastball, a sinking fastball, like curveball. Not many changeups at all in this game. Sale featuring all 3 of his pitches. Chris
Young's hit into a double play and taken ball 4. Red Sox got exactly what they wanted and expected out of Chris Sale in his first start with the Red Sox. On a cold night here in Boston, a lot of smiles inside that dugout around him. Now the question is, who's going to win the game? Might be only one run. All it takes. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Chop foul. Jackie Bradley Jr. on deck. One, two. He had an ocean. We've seen some well-struck shots tonight that just didn't go as far as they're going to go a month from now. Moreland would be the first one to tell you. 3-2.
Yeah, he had two of them. One the center field, one the right field. The one the right field I thought was definitely gone.
Me too.
On contact.
It took McCutchen right up against the bullpen fence. Backed right into it before he made the catch. 3-2. Backs him away, ball 4.
Now look at Moreland earlier in the ball game, the center field. Now didn't quite get this one, but you're right, Dave. On a summer night, chance to maybe get some wall on that. But this is the one that we thought was going out of the ballpark. Good, solid contact. Right back to the wall goes McCutchen, and he's able to make the catch. And a little frustration there. It's a long way out here in right field at Fenway Park.
380 back there to the bullpen fence. Red Sox with a base runner. So that is 4 consecutive innings. Red Sox have put a man on base here against the right-hander. Jackie with a single back in the 5th. He's also struck out 1 for 2. Shot to center field. Marte with room though. Back to first is Young, 2 away. Friday, April 14th is Mookie Betts bobblehead night at Fenway Park. First 12,000 fans receive a Betts Gold Glove Silver Slugger bobblehead presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. For tickets and more, visit redsox.com/promos.
Well, I would think here with 2 outs, Dave, that Chris Young at first base probably has the green light. You know, if he feels he can get a good jump and steal a base, I'm sure he's free to do so.
Sandoval the batter. He's 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Pirates have gotten an exceptional outing from Jameson Taillon, 25 years old, 6'5", 220. They've been waiting on him to get healthy after missing 2 years of Tommy John. Finally made his debut last year. Little bounding ball back. He bobbles it, scoops close, and he got him. Side retired. So he pitches around the walk here in the 7th. We go to the 8th. Still 0-0. And the promise of Chris Sale is starts like that all summer long. However, the Red Sox have not scored for him. Matt Barnes coming out of the bullpen. Matt scuffled a little bit on opening day. He did get a hold, but he also allowed 2 inherited runners to score. He walked a man. He gave up a base hit. Looking for a cleaner inning here as we go to the 8th, and he gets the bottom third of the order. Harrison, Bell, and Frazier for the Bucks. And then he strikes him with strike 1. Bullpen still active for the Pirates, so it looks like this one goes to the pens in the late stages at Fenway. Right by everybody, 1 ball and 1 strike. Robbie Scott now getting going to the Sox pen, the left-hander. Daniel Hudson throwing in the Pirate pen. Sox scheduled to play at 1:35 tomorrow. Eduardo Rodriguez, the left-hander, to make his season debut against Chad Kuhl, right-hander. Hoping the weather will not be as big a factor as some forecasts are suggesting. The Red Sox have to go to Detroit afterwards for a 4-game road trip against the Tigers. All of those 1 o'clock starts. Fly ball straight away. Jackie hardly has to move. 1 man gone in the 8th. Ace Ticket is Boston's trusted source for Red Sox tickets with the best seats at the lowest prices to all games at Fenway with a 200% guarantee. Right now, Ace Ticket has special savings on all Red Sox games. Visit Ace Ticket or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. There's Josh Bell. He is flied out and grounded into a double play. Pirates have only 3 hits. Sox have just 5.
It seems like the slider and the curveball have been good pitches for Barnes. In his first 2 outings, he's had a little trouble controlling his fastball.
Frazier on deck. And a 1-strike pitch to Bell. He checks.
That's a tweener, sorry.
Base is empty and the 1-1 to Bell. He'll take a ball. After the Red Sox come back from Detroit, they'll be home against Baltimore and Tampa Bay. So we'll get inside the division. Couple of games with the Orioles, 3, actually 4 with the Rays, and then it's back on the road again. End of the month, of course, the Cubs come to town. Good heater there. 2-2.
Yeah, that's back in control with the fastball for Matt Barnes. 96, throw it right by Bell. Elevated a little bit. Bell looked good, low ball hitter. See that slight uppercut swing, and that makes him vulnerable a little bit to high fastballs.
The Yukon product with a 2-2. Blew him away. 96 again, 2 down.
Exactly what we were talking about. You know, you notice the swing. It's a slight uppercut swing, and most of those guys have trouble with the high fastball. They get underneath it, swinging almost straight up in the air. And it's awfully hard with that type of swing, actually with any kind of swing, to catch up to a fastball that hard, that high.
2 away. Here's the 9-hitter, Frazier. He's the DH tonight. He's singled and struck out against Chris Sale. Sale went 7, no runs, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. And the Pirates did nothing with him. The Red Sox have done nothing with Tyone. A trickler to first base and a fair ball. That's a good quick inning for Matt Barnes. He gets a 1-2-3 as we go to the last of the 8th. Red Sox looking for nothing. Last half of the 8th inning. Red Sox coming up to bat. They'll face a new pitcher and a new first baseman as John Jaso with all that hair and a left-handed batter. They get into the lineup, and that's Daniel Hudson, a right-hander, 30 years old, out of Lynchburg, Virginia, formerly of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Kind of a high ERA last year in 70 appearances over in the National League. Sandy Leon will test him first here in the last half of the 8th. He has one of the 5 Sox hits, a double. Sandy was thrown out trying to score in the 3rd inning by McCutchen from right field.
That's a big play in the ball game right now as you look back on it, running through the stop sign from Brian Butterfield and getting thrown out by McCutchen at home plate. You know, a lot of times with 2 outs, you'll take that chance of trying to score the run, but the brakes were put on by Butterfield, and Leon did not see it.
Pedroia on deck, then Benintendi. 0-2.
Here's the play we were talking about back in the 3rd inning. And you can see Butterfield right there holding, trying to hold him, but Leon's looking at the play, did not see Butterfield, and it was a heck of a play also by Sabelli, I thought, to be able to, you know, short hop that ball, make the catch, and then the tag.
Sandy paid a price for it on that tag. The 0-2. Pop foul back out of play. Kimbrel's up in the Sox pen. Craig picking up a save on opening day. As Rick Porcello picked up the win. Picked up right where he left off last year. 0-2. Moved him back. Red Sox without Mookie Betts tonight. He was a scratch because of the flu bug that has struck the Red Sox. Going back to spring training. Brock Holt was sent home too. Two. Well, Tyone was very good, wasn't he? Their starting pitcher tonight.
Outstanding. Two outstanding starts tonight. Sale and Tyone.
Both going 7 scoreless innings. Red Sox trying to get the offense started. That one line foul by Sandy Leon. Saturday morning, it's an all-new dining playbook. Join Billy and Jenny at Cask and Flagon to celebrate the Sox opening week. Don't miss that. More Saturday morning at 9 on Nesson. Dining playbook driven by New England Chevy dealers. Hudson with a 2-2. Outside. Red Sox took a walk in the 4th, another in the 5th, another in the 7th. Nothing has come of those yet against Hurdle's team. (3-2). Popped him up on the infield. The second baseman Harrison, shortstop Mercer. He makes the play. 1 gone. And tonight, after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, get a preview of the Bruins' big matchup with the Senators tomorrow. Bruins are in. Plus highlights of the Celtics showdown with the Cavs. NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. See what know-how can do. Pedroia tonight with a base hit in the 3rd inning. Solid single to right field. That's the play on which Leon was gunned down at home plate by McCutchen. Petey 1 for 3, had over 200 hits last year, 201. Scored over 100 runs, 105. Benintendi would be next. And a 1-0. He takes it a bit high.
And that defense set up for the Pirates a little bit different. They have the third baseman close to the line, trying to prevent the 2-base hit, but they pull the left fielder to the gap.
See if he gets a fastball to drive on 2-0. He fouls that one away. Got a heater down the middle.
Throwing hard again, 94 miles an hour with the fastball.
(2-1) to Pedroia. That one's socked toward left center field, but there's Polanco into the alley. 2 up and 2 down. Just not a lot of carry on anything in the air tonight. For either side, Benintendi will dig in next. He's gone 1 for 3 with a base hit. Baseball America ranking him the #1 prospect in all of baseball. He's a rookie. And he'll take ball 1.
Back on opening day here at Fenway Park. He gets that high fastball just above the belt and just below the letters and hooks it out of the ballpark for the home run. Let's see another one of those right now.
Pops it up instead over second base. And Mercer to make the catch. That's a quiet 8th inning. We go to the 9th. Sox nothing. Pirates nothing. Coming on in a 0-0 game here in the 9th inning. And at times this has been a rocky road for Craig to pitch in a non-save situation. He gets the top of the order. It'll be Mercer, Marte, and McCutchen. Mercer 0 for 3, and he's going to take ball 1. First fastball at 99. Baltimore with a 3-1 lead on Toronto. They're in the 9th inning. That's at Camden Yards. Pirates get Rivero and Watson throwing side by side. Couple of left-handers in their pen. Sox pen is quiet. To open the bottom of the 9th, Bogarts, Ramirez, and Moreland. He bluffs a bunt, takes a strike.
That's taking all the way right there. 2 balls, no strike. Seeing if Kimbrel can throw a strike, and finally does. You see Sandoval very tight at the line at third base. He's trying to prevent the double down the line.
Mercer's got some pop in the bat for a middle infielder. He had 11 home runs last year. One of them went 466 feet. Maybe he had that in mind right there. 2-2. Red Sox got to be delighted with the performance of Chris Sale tonight, but it's up to the bullpen. And a 2-2. Bobbled by Sandoval. It rolls into left field, and Mercer's going to be safe at first base. That's going to be the 2nd error of the season on the Panda.
Well, we told you that he was moved over to try to prevent the 2-base hit, so he has to go to his left and he can't come up with it. So that's big right there. The leadoff man on here in the 9th inning. See where he's playing close to the line. It's just a step or two, and it's a ball that could have been handled by Sandoval. Instead, it gets by him or deflects off the glove, and leadoff man on. That's the 2nd error, as Dave mentioned, on the season for Sandoval.
Yeah, had one opening day as well. It brings up Marte. It's also the first time the entire game the Pirates have had the leadoff man on in an inning. Will it open a door for Pittsburgh? He shows bunt, takes a ball. He has struck out twice and grounded out to the shortstop.
I tell you, it's really tough. It's tough to bunt guys that throw as hard as Kimbrel throws.
Marte has seen him 4 times. He's 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts against Kimbrel. Turning them up, popped it up. Sandoval there, has it. Back to first base, Mercer. Big first out. He couldn't get it down. You're right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, as a bunter, I didn't like bunting against guys with very good velocity, because this would happen. You know, you get the barrel of the bat underneath the baseball because they're throwing so hard. That's what happens here, and the result is the pop-up. And Sandoval there to make the play. And I understand the strategy behind it. I mean, it's the thing to do this point of the game, but it's not an easy thing to do when you're bunting against a guy that throws that hard.
Sends up McCutchen. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He's prevented a run with a nice throw from right field. My guess is, in your days playing with Nolan Ryan, you didn't see many good bunts against him.
No, you didn't. And if you did bunt against him, you did not bunt against him again. I can tell you that.
No score, 9th inning. Snaps in a breaking ball, a knuckle curve of his.
A little bit of a flinch there by McCutchen on that breaking ball.
McCutchen 0 for 7 on the season. Wailing away. 1-2. Mercer on at first base, reaching on the error by Sandoval. Not much of a lead. Line drive. Oh, what a play by Pedroia to scoop it. The out at second on the first, and not in time. But a sensational play by Pedroia to save a base hit.
I'll say, what you talk about, quick hands and the ability to make that play right there just to get an out. Look where he's playing up the middle. Then he has to go back to his left and just flags it down. Tremendous play. And McCutchen with too much speed getting down at first base, and Pedroia has to get back up to make that throw to Bogaerts, so they beat it out, keep the inning alive. But that's a terrific play. That could have very easily been a first and third situation. Kimbrel liked it a lot.
His first really spectacular play of the season sends up Polanco now. He's gone 0 for 3. Fly to center, strikeout, a tapper to third base. Sox nothing, Pirates nothing, 9th inning. There's been some excellent defense in the game. Polanco last year 22 homers, 86 runs batted in. Serious run producer for the Bucks. Two down, and speed at first base. He's holding. 1-1. It's gone final at Baltimore. The Orioles beat Toronto 3-1. Just missed inside on the check swing to make it 2-1.
A lot of close pitches tonight have been kind of flip a coin. This could have been called a strike. Fastball inside part of the plate, but not going Kimbrel's way.
He's thrown 14 pitches, 8 strikes. Runner goes, and a bounding ball to Dustin Pedroia. Up and over, and plenty of time to retire the side. We head off to the last half of the 9th inning. Moreland looking for some better luck tonight. He hits third. Bottom of the 9th. New pitcher is Felipe Rivero. Made his debut on Monday, on opening day. He tossed a scoreless 7th inning. He did give up a hit and struck out a batter. It's Bogaerts, Hanley Ramirez, and Mitch Moreland. And here we go in the bottom of the 9th. They only take the 1 to win it tonight. Xander is lined sharply to center. He's also grounded to third and struck out. After going 2 for 4 on opening day. And he looks at a strike. Hembree getting going in a Red Sox pen. Fly to right field, and McCutchen in. And a quick out in the 9th inning for the Sox. Hanley next. Hanley's been on base twice with a single and a walk. And Moreland on deck. Moreland's hit a couple of real shots tonight with nothing to show. One of them taking McCutchen all the way to the warning track in the wall in right. The 1-0 from the lefty and knocked foul to make it 1-1.
It starts Ramirez off with back-to-back changeups.
The fans have been great tonight. Very cold temperatures, just 39 degrees in the ballpark. 1-1 pitch. Want to see some magic here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Well, Hanley's got a good count to do it on. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh,
he had a good pitch. Good pitch to hit. Right down the heart of the plate, and Hanley a little frustrated after fouling this one off. He was right on that.
Would love that one back. The 2-2 from the lefty. Line shot. Oh, and a play by Mercer on the dive. And he hung on for the second out. And he robs Hanley.
Well, there have been a couple tonight that I thought for sure one was going to be a home run, the one that Moreland hit, and this ball was going to be up the middle for the base. And what a play by Jordy Mercer at shortstop. That ball a rocket by Ramirez. And Mercer takes the base hit away from him.
Mitch Moreland digging in, says, I know exactly how you feel, Hanley. Hit it hard like that with nothing to show for it. He has fly deep to center, even deeper to right, and struck out tonight. Going for the downs there, but he pulled off it. A slider. 0-1. So 2 down in the ninth, 0-0. You see Harrison out there in right field as that one skips all the way to the backstop.
There's Moreland early in the ballgame going to center field, but going to the warning track, and then a little bit later on, almost to the bullpen.
Still looking for his first Red Sox hit. So far 0 for 7. Two down, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Moreland. Rivera trying to get this game to extra innings, and the 1-2 pitch. Cut on and missed for strike 3. So that'll do it. We are indeed going to the 10th. Keith Hembry coming out of the bullpen, a right-hander, to face Freese, Cervelli, and Harrison, scheduled batters for Pittsburgh. And again, they have only 3 hits, but the Red Sox have been held to 5.
And the Red Sox have had the better opportunities. Not that there have been a lot of them, but they have had the better opportunities in the game to score.
Yeah, including a legitimate scoring chance very early when Sandy Leon was thrown out at home plate.
Pedroia making a nice play right here to get at least the force out at second base. And then the play by Mercer at the shortstop, just tremendous to take a base hit away from Hanley Ramirez. That ball actually by him by the time he makes the catch on it. It was hit so hard.
The defense has been really good. Freese will lead things off. He's gone 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. 13 home runs last season. He's always had good power. Cervelli on deck, and Hembry fires it in there at 87. If you missed it, you missed an impressive start from Chris Sale in his Red Sox debut. 7 innings, no runs, just 3 hits, 7 strikeouts. But the Red Sox did not score for Chris. Strike 2. Sox also had a couple of base runners to begin the 5th inning against Tyone, the young starter for the Pirates, but then he struck out Sandoval and Leon, and he got Pedroia on a comebacker. And now the manager, Hurdle, is out to talk with a home plate umpire, Nart, about something.
I wonder if he's thinking that maybe it was catcher's interference.
Checking with Dana DeMuth, the third base umpire.
Let's take a look at the swing here. Doesn't appear that it was. Just a guess on my part what they were discussing, but the way the ball left the bat, you'd think maybe there was a possibility that that happened, but not really close at all.
Can't fault them for trying. Not even close, though. The best in the business at getting that call, and I think the best I've ever seen, is Jacoby Ellsbury.
Yeah, well, he's way back in the box. He's got that long swing. Does it all the time.
He's had a couple of dozen of them, I think. Nobody aboard in a 1-2. But it just missed. That call hasn't been there all night.
Those are good pitches. I mean, gotta have that. Down, outside corner. I mean, perfect pitch.
Both Sale and his opponent tonight made a few like that were not called. 2-2. Hard hit. Deep short. Tough play. Xander. Airborne throw. Oh, nicely done. And he got him. Outstanding effort by Xander Bogaerts on a bang-bang play at first.
Well, when you see a shortstop jump from that distance and throw accurately all the way in the air, you're seeing something special. What an acrobatic play right there by Bogaerts. Good stretch by Moreland. You know Henry loves that. Saved the base hit.
Both teams really stepping up on the defensive side. Here's Cervelli. He's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and flat out to right field. One down here in the 10th. Watson up again in the bullpen for the Pirates. Embry looking for his second out here in the 10th inning. Scott's been up already. This is Joe Kelly throwing it loose. Tampa Bay on top of the Yankees, 8th inning, 4-1 in St. Pete. Here's the 2-0. Had him off stride there.
Looked like a cut fastball that time from Hembree at about 89 miles an hour. Surprising Cervelli. Back away with the fastball.
2-1 home. So the count evens 2-2 on Cervelli. He's one of the better pitch framers in baseball today. It's become a real coveted skill for general managers. The 2-2 on the way, and he wouldn't bite. And tomorrow, 1:35 for the last game of the series. Eduardo Rodriguez against Chad Kuhl. And we're hoping that the forecast is just wrong, as that one is fouled at home plate.
Well, you look at that outfield defense right now, where Bradley is playing and Chris Young is playing. They're very close together, and a huge gap in left center field.
I think Eduardo Rodriguez is going to have a fascinating season, don't you?
I agree. Tremendously talented kid.
Huge year for him. 3-2 coming. Fly ball left field, backing up Benintendi all the way to the wall, off the green. That's going to be a lengthy single. Once again, well played by the youngster in left field. He's picking this up pretty quickly.
Yeah, we've seen this happen a couple of times in this game tonight, and you know, Benintendi has that experience from last year, also from spring training, where they have the wall, but in spring training they have a net that goes up there, and this is a little bit different when you get to this ballpark. There's Cervelli again thinking, you know, 2 bases, but no, got to hold up at first base. Has played very well by Benintendi out there in left field. Ruben Amaro works so closely with the outfielders.
Ruben coaching with a very heavy heart these days after the passing of his father recently. Here's Harrison. He's gone 1 for 3 with a base hit. Very aggressive at the plate. Nothing in the 10th inning. Jaso on deck. He would hit for the first time after coming on to play first base. Cervelli on at first. And the 0-1 to Harrison. 0-2.
Zach Cutter again doing the job, picking up the swing and miss. So very quickly an 0-2 count.
There were a couple of postponements in baseball tonight. White Sox Tigers got rained out. So did the Cubs and the Cardinals. Cervelli back into first base. Cincinnati had rain as well, but after a delay they finally got going. They're now in the 7th inning. Reds and Phillies. Embry eyeing a strikeout of Harrison. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away. Just got a piece of that. Sox have already used Matt Barnes, Craig Kimbrell, and now Heath Embry. How many will it take tonight? We're already in extra innings. Game actually got to extra innings pretty quick.
Yeah, both starters were getting the ball, throwing it, getting outs very quickly.
It's not even 3 hours old. Here at the top of the 10th. Fouled away again. That jammed him inside at 95. Tomorrow 12:30, don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC and Steve Lyons will be joined by Red Sox President Sam Kennedy live on Yawkey Way. Francisco Cervelli, the runner at first base, with 1 away. And another throw over. Embry looking for a ground ball right at somebody. Get the Red Sox back up to the plate in the 10th inning. Young Bradley Sandoval set to hit. That's up top. I'm loving the fact that we've got microphones. They're super sensitive this year. You can pick up pieces of that conversation with the umpire.
Yeah, it's very good. Crack of the bat, some conversations around home plate.
Got a microphone hidden in there. It's supposed to be there. Flared foul, back out of play.
We try to bring you as close to the action as possible.
Put you on the field if possible. One ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2. Embry with a very deliberate tempo, certainly.
That's a nice play by Sandy Leon. That ball in the dirt, that easily could have been a man in scoring position. But he's able to slide to his right, scoop this ball. Very nice play, right in the webbing of the glove.
And a 2-2 to Harrison. Popped him up. Backy on Moreland. Pedroia in, and Dustin will take it for the second out. Fans, don't miss NESN Live weeknights at 5:30. Get the latest on your favorite New England sports teams. NESN Live is presented by Cross Insurance. Here comes John Farrell with Jaso, the scheduled hitter. Left-hand batter, so he's going to bring in Robbie Scott here to face him. With a runner at first base, 2 down, 10th inning, no score. Back with more in a moment. To bring on the left-hander Scott, and Clint Hurdle will counter that and bring on a right-handed bat in Phil Gosselin. He's been a very good pinch hitter. Last year with Arizona, he led the big leagues with 20 pinch hits. So Hurdle looking for a base hit or more right now. His team has only 4 in the entire game. Red Sox have been held to 5. So Gosselin gets in with 2 down in a 0-0 game in the 10th inning. He'll take ball 1.
I think from Savelli's point of view at first base, the only thing the Red Sox have to be aware of is a potential delay steal. He will not do a straight out steal, but the possibility of a delay steal. He generally comes with 2 outs.
Fouled away to make it 1-1. Be a relatively quick turnaround for both of these clubs tomorrow for the 1:35 first pitch, and then the Sox are on the road to Detroit for 4. Short lead by Cervelli at first with 2 down. That's dropped in for a strike. Again for the Red Sox, due up in the bottom of the inning, Young, Bradley, Sandoval, and Leon if anybody reaches. And the left-hander with a 1-2 not to be made. He gets the runner back in. Chris Sale impressive in his Red Sox debut tonight, but no decision for the talented lefty. 1-2 left it high. Jameson Taillon went for the Pirates, the right-hander, and he went 7 scoreless.
He was very impressive. Obviously the first time I've seen him work, and that matchup between he and Chris Sale, terrific.
2-2 on Gosselin. Fouled away. Very soft curveball there at 73 miles an hour.
Yeah, dropped down to the side with it, took something off, and that's a pretty good job by Gosselin to foul that ball off. Gave him a different look.
Two. He got him. He struck him out. Side retired. Bottom of the 10th coming up. Not 15 saves for the Bucks last year coming out of their bullpen. So he appeared in a lot of games, so Hurdle likes to use him frequently. Red Sox trying to break through now in the last of the 10th inning and win the ball game to go to 2-0. It'll be up to Young, Bradley, and Sandoval. Chris is hit into a double play. He's also taking a pair of walks. Getting to start tonight in right field with Mookie Betts out with the flu. And the crowd at Fenway jumping on Watson. Home run swing and a foul tip by Chris Young for strike one.
Yeah, they get the shift on him in the infield. Three infielders on the left side as they move Harrison over.
Well, Young's eyes tend to light up when he sees a lefty. Been very, very tough against them. Hit .329 against lefties last year. Over 11 major league seasons, Chris has hit safely in the first game of the year 9 times. Looking for that first hit tonight. Here comes the 0-2. Punch to short. Mercer with a long throw on target for the out.
Well, there's a case where the overshift pays off. They shift on the left side. They move Mercer, the shortstop, way over. If they're playing straight up, that's a base hit. But with the shift on as it is, just becomes a ground ball. A couple of steps to his right, fronts it, and gets you out at first base.
One out for Jackie Bradley. Jackie with a strikeout, a single, and a line drive to center that was caught. And that one won't be caught. A base hit to left. So JBJ is on with his second hit. And the Red Sox have a man aboard with one down in the 10th.
Yeah, he's not going to wait around against a tough left-hander. Jump on that first fastball for a strike. Takes that base hit to left field. Good job there by Jackie Bradley, not trying to pull that ball, going with it and taking the base hit.
His second hit tonight, 2 for 4. Sandoval next. He's looking for his first hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Sandoval had a very good spring. He led the Grapefruit League with 20 RBIs and led the Red Sox with 5 home runs in Florida. Batting on the right side. Back to switch hitting this year. Tried to lean on that one, and it counts 0-1. Last several innings, the Red Sox have had very few opportunities. 0-2. Only need one tonight. John Farrell trying to get off to a 2-0 start. One man out. And down he goes. 92 miles an hour. Sandoval strikes out. There are 2 gone.
kind of the same thing as when he's hitting left-handed. You know, when they get 2 strikes on him, they elevate that fastball. They do it as a right-hander this time and pick up the strikeout against him. See the catches, Cervelli, he certainly wants the ball up. That's exactly where they get it. Now it's up to Leone.
On the night, Sandy with a double. He's also struck out, popped up. After the double in the 3rd inning, he was later thrown out at home plate. Best scoring chance for either side tonight, as we're scoreless in the bottom of the 10th inning. Sandy with 7 home runs a season ago. Had 20 hits in his first 40 at-bats last season. Little floater. That's going to drop down in right field. Jackie heading into 3rd base. He'll pull up right there. And the Red Sox have the winning run 90 feet away on a base hit by Leone.
Well, Leone couldn't have thrown that ball out there any better than that. Just a little bloop over the head of Harrison in front of McCutchen. Very easy with 2 outs to go 1st and 3rd. You're going on contact right there, as you can see. And the Red Sox have the opportunity 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. And Pedroia at the plate.
Pedroia tonight with a base hit back in the 3rd inning. And for a moment, looked like it might have a chance to score Leone, but he was gunned down. He's 1 for 4. Dustin making his 11th start at second base on opening day. Only Bobby Doerr has more at second for the Red Sox, 13. This crowd wants to go home with a victory. And he takes ball 1.
You know, I'm wondering if they fall behind Pedroia, whether they'll put him on. It doesn't matter. 1 run wins the game. And will they take their chances lefty against lefty, Benedetti against Watson? We'll see. No indication of that so far.
The 1-0. He takes ball 2. And no sign of it yet. Good count for Dustin. Winning run at 3rd and Jackie Bradley. 2 down. Here's the 2-0.
All geared up for a fastball. Doesn't get it. Gets a changeup on the 2-0 count. Boy, look at center field. Marte very, very shallow in center field. And there's the off-balance swing by Pedroia on the changeup.
Got a 2-0 change. They lead at 1st and 3rd. And he takes a ball.
Whoa. Wow.
I guess it's a ball. It's called a ball by Nart.
What? You hit it back at about the 4th inning. The bottom of that strike zone tonight, it's really flip a coin.
Sox got a break on that one. And now Cervelli out to talk with the lefty on what to do on 3-1.
Well, 2-0, they threw a changeup, right? They might do the same thing here, 3-1.
Red Sox a base hit or a mistake of some kind from a victory. But there are 2 down. 3-1 hitters count for Petey here. The 3-1 pitch. And he walks him. So the bases are loaded.
That was like almost an intentional walk right there. Did you see where Cervelli set up? It was actually way out of the strike zone. They were trying to make him swing at a bad pitch to get himself out. And now we kind of got what we expected, lefty against lefty. Look where Cervelli is. He's not anywhere near the strike zone. So they're going to see if Pedroia's going to chase something. That's not going to happen. Now it's the lefty and lefty situation.
And it's up to Benintendi, who's one of the heroes of opening day. No place to put him with 2 down. And he takes a strike. Andrew tonight 1 for 4 with a single. Man who matters most is Bradley darting down the line. Here comes the 0-1 from Watson. On the infield, here comes Harrison, up and over, and they get out of the inning. So the Red Sox load him up, cannot score, and we play on. We are going to the 11th at Fenway, and still not a run on the board. Sox just loaded up the bases, could not bring in a winning run, so it's up to Joe Kelly to keep the Pirates at bay as we go deeper into the night. Entering his 9th professional season, and Joe as the setup man this year for Kimbrel under normal duty, but working later tonight. Kimbrel has already appeared in the game. So is Matt Barnes, Heath Hembree, and now the hard-throwing right-hander. He is working on a winning streak that extends back to last year of 12 straight. So that's on the line for Kelly tonight. First man in will be Adam Frazier, then the top of the order for the Pirates, who have managed only 4 hits against the Red Sox staff. Red Sox, it's been a frustrating night though, because they have had the better opportunities. Sandoval in on the grass at third with Frazier the batter, and he'll take a ball.
Sandoval in at third base, and Moreland at first base, very close to the line.
And Kelly, who can hit 100 miles an hour, fires that one in at 98, fouled away. Boy, you thought when Sandy Leon punched that looper into right field and put Jackie Bradley at third base, and things were looking up for the Red Sox, and that run was within reach. The 1-1.
Well, they played it very smart to the Pirates. They wanted no part of Pedroia after the count got in his favor. They just put him to first base and took their chances with the lefty Benintendi, and they won the battle.
Kelly trying to get his first man here in the 11th inning, and the 1-2. That one touching 99 with a 4-seam fastball. A bunch of games have gone final tonight or been rained out many hours ago. This one now in the 11th. And he'll try again with a 1-2 pitch here on Frazier. A little bit high. Evens the count 2-2. Pirates get Nicasio up for the 2nd or 3rd time. He's been up quite a bit. Right-hander working in their pen. Mercer on deck, and then Marte for the Pirates, the 2-2, and he's gone full now. So 3-2 on Frazier. Kelly certainly does not want to walk the leadoff man in extra innings in a 0-0 game. It should almost certainly lead to Mercer dropping down a bunt. Pedroia will charge that on the second hop. One away. Be sure to download the entire Red Sox schedule directly into your favorite calendar program today. Visit NESN.com/schedule. Schedule has the Red Sox home again tomorrow afternoon at 1:35. Last game against the Pirates in the series. before moving on to Detroit for 4-day games. They'll wrap around the weekend. Then the Sox come on back home to take on the Baltimore Orioles next Tuesday. Mercer's gone 0 for 4. He'll look at strike one.
That was a knee buckler right there. Very hard curveball thrown by Kelly.
Nobody on base, one man out. Had a notion, but he checked his swing. They do appeal, and that's a swing and a miss, says the first base umpire Guccione.
Mercer didn't like the call. He didn't think that he did go. Take a look from the side. Ooh. Mercer might be right.
I think he is. He gave it a come on. 0-2. Softly hit off the hill. Bogarts gathers and gets a nice scoop over there by Moreland at first base, and they're 2 down.
Yeah, Bogey's had a nice night at shortstop defensively. He's made a couple of real good plays, and a nice pick at the other end by Gold Glove winner Mitch Moreland of a year ago. Backhanded in the dirt.
As Xander made one of those gorgeous plays that twist and turn and jump and fire to first base from deep in the hole. Moreland helping him out there. 2 down for Marte. Well, has gone 0 for 4. They've got nothing out of the top 4 spots in their order. That one is flared foul. Red Sox will have due up in the bottom of the 11th. Bogarts, Hanley Ramirez, and Mitch Moreland. Something's got to give eventually in this thing. Marte 0 for 8 on the season. Off the outside at 99 to make it 1 ball 1 strike. McCutchen on deck with the bases empty, and scooped by Leon. Sandoval over near the line behind third base to prevent an extra base hit.
Outfield also very deep, trying to prevent a 2-base hit. Playing no doubles.
2 away and a 2-1. That's in there. Pirates do not have an extra base hit in the game. They have hit the wall a couple of times, but Benintendi played it like he's been playing out there for a decade, and each time held him to a single. This hardy crowd would love a strikeout here. Liner and a base hit. So Marte goes to the opposite field, and they have a base runner with 2 away here in the 11th inning.
That looks like, Joe, that time goes to the slider, and a pretty good job of hitting by Marte. Not trying to pull a ball, just trying to make contact with the 2 strikes, and finds that hole between first and second. Ball stayed up in the zone a little bit, and some good hitting right there by Marte, just taking it the other way.
McCutchen in next. So far, quiet night. 0 for 4. In fact, he's 0 for 8 on the young season. But always a threat to leave the yard. 2 down. And he'll take ball 1. Red Sox have used 4 relievers after Chris Sale went 7 outstanding innings. Kelly home with a 1-0 to Andrew McCutcheon. 2-0. And McCutcheon's been a terrific player for them over the years. Seemed to be slowing down a bit last year. .292 career hitter. Popped up. Pedroia into short center. There's Bogarts as well, but Pedroia will take it to retire the side. Pirates nothing as we go to the bottom of the 11th. Nicasio finally getting into the game. I think he threw 2 or 3 innings in the bullpen. 10-7 with a 4.50 ERA last year. He's going to get the heart of the Red Sox order, so this is a golden chance for the Sox to win the game. Starts out with Bogarts, then Hanley Ramirez, and then Moreland. Chris Young, if anyone should reach. Xander tonight has had a quiet evening at the plate. He's gone 0 for 4. In the field, he's been outstanding. But frankly, both teams have been really good defensively. We have a total of 12 hits on the board combined. Sox with 7 into the bottom of the 11th. But you knew what the conditions as they were and the talent on the mound tonight that it's going to be tough to score, and it has been.
Yeah, my feeling is even if it was 80 degrees out tonight, it would be probably the same score.
Yep.
That's how this one's been played.
So Xander takes a strike at 93 on the black. He's always had temptation when you've got a 0-0 game. You get anything close just to swing with all your might. I mean, maybe even overswing.
Yeah, try to end it with one swing of the bat.
One drifting away, 2 balls, 1 strike. Sox last inning had the bases loaded, but could not score. Chile looking for a hero. Here's the 2-1. Now 3 balls, 1 strike.
Perfect spot for Bogarts to be in 3-1. He can narrow his zone down, look for something middle in, something he can drive.
Hanley Ramirez pacing on deck. Here's the 3-1. That's a strike. One of the rare pitches there in the strike zone that was called a strike by Nart tonight.
Yeah, that actually was a strike and was called a strike. There have been others that have been strikes but not called strikes. Many of them.
3-2 struck him out. Caught him looking. 1 out in the 11th. Nicasio coming back from 3-1 to get him.
Yeah, from the low fastball to a fastball that's going to be a little bit toward the outside part of the plate right there. Very good pitch.
Now Hanley, who's been aboard twice with a single and a walk. He's gone 1 for 3. Be a great time for his first home run of the season. Strike. This is a guy he likes to face a lot. He has seen Nicasio 13 times. He has 7 hits, including 3 doubles.
Like to add a home run to that total.
Ground ball to short. Mercer up and over. 2 down. 2 away in the 11th for Moreland. Mitch tonight 0 for 4 with a couple of long flyouts and a pair of strikeouts. .22 home runs for Texas last year. Signed a 1-year contract as a free agent to come to Boston. And will play a ton of first base. He He looks at a strike. Chris Young on deck. Should Moreland reach in the 11th. Went for the downs on that one, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, elevated by design that time. You can see Cervelli give that target up above the belt. That's exactly where they get it. And they get the no contact swing.
He has homered off of this right-hander before. 1 for 3, and that hit did leave the yard.
Another high fastball.
Got a piece of it. Still 0-2. Porcello, one of the stars of opening day, got his Cy Young Award before tonight's game. 0-2. Chopper foul. When you get your hands on it, right, it's got to be one of the great feelings of a lifetime.
Oh, it has to be.
When they hand you a Cy Young.
Yeah, you're the best pitcher in the American League.
Two again, and down he goes, strike 3. So the Red Sox dip very quietly in the 11th. We play on into the 12th inning now. 0-0. Will be Polanco here in the 12th. No runs, 5 hits for the Pirates. They've not committed an error for the Red Sox. No runs on 7 hits and 1 error. And Kelly back at it. He worked his way through the 11th. This is his second frame, and he drops a strikeout. The plate's opening up a little bit. Maybe on the corners and maybe at the bottom of the zone finally as we get later. Are you convinced that happened as a player in extra inning games?
Not really. Not really. I think they tried to remain as consistent as possible throughout the whole game.
Big wave and a miss by Polanco.
One thing I did notice is players trying to end it quickly with that one swing of the bat.
Oh, yeah. Polanco can do that. He has very good power. Kelly throwing a lot of strikes, 20 pitches, 13 strikes since he came on. And that's inside. Joe had one of the best moments of spring training, and it was not on a baseball diamond. It was at Florida Gulf Coast, just messing around the basketball court. And he tossed one almost the length of the floor into the basket. Little flare, Bogart's out, Bradley coming on, and Jackie makes the play. Sliding feet first, losing the cap. Beautifully done for out number 1.
Now the impressive thing about this is you got 2 guys going at full speed in the same direction. Bogart's back, Bradley in. And you see Bradley, once he knows he's going to make the catch, he just takes a little peek up to see where Xander is. It looked like that ball was going to drop in, but what a great play by Jackie Bradley Jr. You could tell Bogarts was not going to get to it. Then you look up and you see Bradley charging. You say, wait a minute, he's got a chance.
Freeze lines it, caught by Pedroia. Not scalded, out number 2. Defense has really been fun to watch in this game.
It has. There have been a lot of really good plays in this game.
Both sides.
Good pitching, good defense.
2 gone for Cervelli with the bases empty. Red Sox have Young, Bradley, Sandoval due up in the bottom of the 12th inning. Looks like it's going to be Bastardo coming out of their bullpen. That one missed somewhere. There's the left-hander Bastardo. First pitch to Cervelli certainly looked like a strike. Two down for the Pirates. Cervelli, a guy who really crowds that plate. Lashed foul. In the division, Tampa Bay defeated the Yankees 4-1. Baltimore beat Toronto 3-1. Those games have been over for a long time. Kelly with a 1-1 and drops it a little bit low, according to Nart.
Wow, I mean, man, that low strike's got to be a strike.
You know, when you said that you never expected the plate to open up in late innings, you're right.
Yeah, it hasn't opened up here.
Not at all.
It's getting tighter.
Cervelli taking the time here. 2 men out. One of those games where you're kind of waiting for someone to make a mistake, and nobody's making a mistake. A 2-1 pitch. High chop. Glove by Sandoval. A little bobble, but he got him. And that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3. Kelly gets him again. Sandoval will be due up in the inning. Red Sox have another chance to. Those of you who have been watching the Celtics tonight, thanks for joining us. Bottom half of the 12th inning. Maybe in time to see the Red Sox pull off a victory here at home against Bastardo and the Pirates. He becomes their new left-hander. He's a strikeout guy. He's pitched for the Phillies as well as the Mets. Last year 3-0 in 28 appearances, 24 innings, 28 Ks. Getting together with Cervelli here as the Red Sox will bring up Young, Bradley, and Sandoval with an opportunity for a walk-off victory to get to 2-0. And the Red Sox have been frustrated tonight. Certainly the Pirates have too, by excellent pitching and airtight defense. Young is hit into double plays, walked a couple of times, and also grounded out to short. That all-important leadoff man is Chris Young.
They go into the shift on the left side of the infield against Young.
How about those shoes on Bastardo, man?
I was seeing a lot of guys styling with the very nice shoes, but look at those.
Mookie Betts has got some serious shoes going when he's in the lineup. Unable to play tonight because of the flu, but his are really sharp, those Air Jordans.
I like Chris Young's too.
Yes, they make a statement. Like to see those shoes come around and touch home plate. And he's taking in there for a strike. No runs, 7 hits for the Sox. No runs, 5 hits for the Pirates. Jackie Bradley with a couple of hits tonight and some brilliant defense, of course. High fly ball, left center field, backing up Marte. And there to make the catch, shy of the track. One man gone in the Red Sox 12th.
Sounded good, looked good, just completely died out there in center field.
I'll take a listen. You're right about the crack of the bat.
Wrong time of the year.
Here's Jackie Bradley, who lays off ball 1. 2 singles tonight. Gone 2 for 4. Bottom of the 12th and nothing. Sandoval on deck. And Bastardo with the 2-0. Just on the corner. Sox have Ben Taylor going in the bullpen, a right-hander up. And the ball just underneath the hollow of the knee to make it 3-1. Good count for Jackie here. And the lefty deals the 3-1. And he takes ball 4. So the Red Sox have a base runner. Really fine at bat by Jackie there. Sandoval next with 1 away.
Well, we go back to earlier in the game when there was opportunities to put plays on. Do you do it with Sandoval again? Free swinger. Doesn't really matter where the pitch is. He can make contact on it. Do you send the man at first base and try to play some hit and run? Try to get a little action going.
Sandoval back over to that right side with 1 away. Bradley widening that lead. Sandy Leon on deck. And he takes high and tight for a ball. If you were way early, Chris Sale made his Red Sox debut tonight, and he was impressive as advertised. 7 innings, 3 hits, 7 Ks, no runs. No decision. 1-1. Sandoval looking down at Brian Butterfield. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying for his second hit against Bastardo in his career. Hard along the line, but foul. 1-2.
Yeah, tough to get one down that third base line because Freeze, the third baseman, right on the line, trying to prevent the ball from getting down in the corner where the runner could possibly score from first base.
Tough down the lines, but a gapper could end it and score Bradley all the way for first base. The 1-2 to Sandoval. Bastardo, the Pirates' 5th relief pitcher. One out, 1 on. Foul back. Another big swing by Sandoval, who does not get cheated.
Yeah, and again, the last 2 pitches, again, upstairs, elevated to Sandoval. That time he's able to foul it off.
Leon waiting his turn. Sandy has 2 hits tonight with a double and a single. Jackie Bradley, a good lead over there, and he's running to get him picked. Gosselin down, throws it, and it skips away. And Bradley is safe at second. Well, they had him picked off. Is he all right? Will be a stolen base. And Jackie only now getting up. John Farrell coming out to check on him.
Well, when you're picked off like that, you try to run directly at the whoever's covering the bag, so the ball hits you in the back. There was contact there, as you can see, coming down. It looks like he landed on his ankle as Jackie scrambled to get back to the bag, but he's okay. Here's the throw, bouncing, sliding away from the infielder, and yeah, just stepping on that left leg.
Yeah, Mercer got him.
As a runner, you're trying to pick up where that infielder is so you can try to get between him and the throw.
Let's see if that affects his stride. 9 stolen bases last year's first of the season. Could be huge here. With a count 2-2 on Sandoval and 1 down. That outfield way in. As Jackie's dancing. And time is called. It's granted to Sandoval at home plate. Could be a giant play tonight. That stolen base. Bastardo had him picked. Gosselin's throw skipped. Three balls, 2 strikes. Bastardo has not thrown a lot of strikes. 15 pitches, only 6 in the zone so far. So Sandoval has to be patient. Count is full. Bradley, the winning run at second. Got a piece of it.
Boy, Marte in center field, very, very shallow, as is Polanco in left field. They're all shallow.
Well, if you're just tuning in, the Sox and the Pirates have played all night long. We're into the bottom of the 12th inning. No score. Pitching and defense have carried the night, but Jackie Bradley is at second base with 1 down. And the Red Sox could be on the verge of a victory. It's up to Sandoval at the moment with a 3-2 pitch to him. And he walked it. First and second with 1 down. Now it's up to Sandy Leon. That's back-to-back walks with 1 down. And a stolen base to put Jackie into scoring position. Searage, their pitching coach, heading out. So, Jerry, are you expecting anything out of the ordinary here with Sandy Leon coming up?
No, I don't think so. With the man in scoring position, swing the bat, try to drive him in.
Sox with 7 hits, Pirates with 5.
You got your man where you want him. You got him at second base in scoring position. You're looking for that base hit to end the ball game.
Right now, just shy of 4 hours in. And a long conversation. Home plate umpire Nart out there to try and speed it along. Red Sox had a man thrown out at home plate back in the 3rd inning. That was Sandy Leon. Had the bases loaded in the 10th inning but could not score. And now here in the 12th inning have runners at first and second with 1 away. And Leon could be the hero. He's gone 2 for 4. He was the man thrown out at the plate many hours ago.
Many hours ago.
He leans over that plate. A throw, and almost thrown into the outfield, backed up by Harrison. Boy, was that dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know if Bastardo thought there was a pickoff play on or what, but I mean, nobody's covering second base. That ball almost ends up in center field. Very dangerous play right there.
Boy, Harrison down on all fours to save it. Sandy Leon looking for his third hit of the night. Went for it. Strike one. Again, the center fielder Marte way in. Trying to prevent a game-winning single on a line drive in front of him. Time granted Sandy Leon here, but home plate up Nart. Nothing, 12th inning. Jackie Bradley at second base. High deep drive left field. Way back it goes. Back. Gone! Well, forget about singles. Sandy Leon into the monster seats, and the Red Sox walk it off in extra innings tonight. That was worth the wait.
Sandy Leon, a big night behind the plate. 3 hits in the ball game, including the big one right here. Remember, earlier in the game, he got thrown out at home plate. Well, it took a while, but he makes up for that as he takes it way out of the ballpark, up into the monster seats. What a game. What a game tonight here at Fenway Park.
Oh, it was a treat. Early season game like this, and the only runs came on that swing on a 3-run bomb by Sandy Leon, who's at it again. He's hot once more, and the Red Sox with a walk-off victory here at Fenway, 3-0. Are off to a 2-0 start.
Very nice to stay out for a battle like this. You know, a very tough, hard-fought game by both teams, and to be able to walk off with those 3 runs, very nice for the Red Sox. And John Farrell knows right there he's got enough.
I get a feeling maybe he called it. I'd love to hear what John said before Sandy Leon blasted that one out of the ballpark. But the Red Sox have won it in dramatic fashion on the Sandy Leon walk-off 3-run homer. Let's